All right, scoreboard for war number 5, and as always, we start with the number 1 ranked alliance, that's GT40, and they get their 4th consecutive alliance donut. I'm going to talk about that a little bit more here in a second, but that was against my alliance, LVT. We came into this war 4-0, and we had a pretty good clear. I was really happy with our 4. It definitely could have been a 2, but look, all of our guys stepped up, and as an alliance leader, I was very curious to see how everybody would respond. You never want to think that you don't have a chance in any kind of competition, because I think if you let that creep into your head, that can really negatively affect performance and stuff. And for this war, we just told our alliance, don't worry about the score or the result. Just worry about your own fights. Step up. Take care of business. Just do your thing. And if everybody does their thing, then we're gonna have a good performance. And overall, we did. So I was very happy with that. To talk more about GT40, there's a lot of stuff that a player can accomplish in this game, and there are a lot of competitive layers to this game, but most of those are individual. A lot of those include like roster construction, champ collection. Those are all parts of the game that players can take pride in and they can view as accomplishments. If you get a top 20 account in the world, that's an accomplishment. There's a lot of time, effort, money put into that, and that is all part of this game. There is, in my opinion, nothing more impressive that's ever been done in this game than what GT40 has done this season. So they died twice in War 1, and they have not died since. That's 4 consecutive Alliance donuts, and that is just so many fights to go through an Alliance war against very good competition. We're the worst Alliance that they've faced this season. And to just have the mental focus to get through, what is that? That's 600 fights without dying in a row as an alliance. It's just incredible. So these guys don't need any compliments from anybody else. They know how good they are. They know that what they're doing is unprecedented. But it is incredible, and I was hoping that we could maybe ruin their streak or end their streak, and since we were not able to do that, I sincerely hope that they continue their streak for the rest of the season, and they finish this season with 2 deaths. That would be hilarious, and then maybe after that, they could all just kind of retire or take a break, open up a slot on the podium for some other alliances, because at that point, I cannot imagine they would have anything left to accomplish, at least competitively. So anyway, all right, let's get into the other wars here. All right, JA number 2, they drop 1 to Newn. Newn seems to be back in their into their season 38 form, where they were the undisputed number 2 ranked alliance. And this is the 2nd consecutive war where the 2nd ranked alliance on this sheet lost to the 3rd ranked alliance on this sheet. So anyway, Newn, they're back and very, very scary. Salty and TCN. Salty loses their 2nd war of the season on a tiebreaker. They also lost 0-0 against GT40. Definitely the best war anybody's put up against GT40. And Salty is very, very good, but they dropped to 2-3. So they've just kind of had a rough go in terms of their opponents, having very strong wars against them, and just the timing of their own clears. And then we have DSVG against 4Loki, and DSVG gets the win there 7-8. 4Loki drops to 2-3 on the season. Okay, and then another alliance like Salty that has been really, really good, and their record just doesn't reflect that yet, is Legion. Legion with a 3-death win against Matrix. They've been awesome, and you guys will see how that all shakes out in the updated rankings. Okay, and then SSX 3-21 against FNG. XK9, the Shellers, They finally match a strong alliance and they lose, so that's good to see. PBT really good war against them, and let's move on here. Okay, so GT40 of course stays at number 1. They're first in efficiency. By virtue of matching LVT, they drop in strength of schedule. Sorry, fellas, you're down to 6th, but no, that number 1 spot is significantly padded, so they are fine. Newn, of course, moves up. They are 4-1, second in efficiency now, tied with JA, and 5th in strength of schedule. The fact that they are 4-1 over 3-2 is the reason they're ahead of JA right now, but it's marginally. And then JA, 3-2, second in efficiency, 3rd in strength of schedule. They have been really good. Okay, TCN, they've had an up and down season in terms of their efficiency, but overall, through 5 wars, they're 5th in efficiency, and they have had the hardest strength of schedule. So they're 3-2. Salty, they've had the 2nd hardest strength of schedule, and they've been a little bit more efficient than TCN, but that one win that they're missing versus TCN, and the fact that TCN beat them has catapulted TCN above them. And then Legion. So Legion, they win. They're 2-3, 6 on this sheet. They're up 1, but they've been really good. They're 6th in efficiency, 4th in strength of schedule. They are a bona fide, I would say, top 7 alliance right now, and they're just like a touch, below those top 5 alliances, and every time they match one of those top 5 alliances, they lose, and that's really the reason they're 2-3, but they are very good. And then PBT leapfrogs LVT. PBT is a little less efficient, but they've had a harder strength of schedule, and the beauty of the matchmaking system when it works is LVT and PBT have matched for war number 6. So we don't have to argue about which alliance is actually better. This war will prove it, and we will see if PBT comes out with a win, then this sheet will be validated, and if LVT comes out with a win, then we will leapfrog PBT, and everything will be right. All right, let's move on to 11 through 20. All right, we got PYCB. They've also been really good this season. 4-1. They're 11th in efficiency, 18th in strength of schedule, but they move up 1. XK9 drops 2. They're 4-1. They're 7th in efficiency, but as I've documented throughout this season, they did shell pretty hard. They started off with a couple matches where their margin of victory combined was like 130. So their strength of schedule is really pulling them down, and that's good because you can't do that and expect everybody to respect you as, a top 10 alliance. So time will tell with them, of course. They're up in the war rating range at this point where they're going to start matching good alliances, and they are a very good alliance. I'm sure that they'll do fairly well, but we'll see where they finish. Matrix stays at 13. They're 2-3, but they're 12th in efficiency. All right, and then 4 Loki drops 1. They're 2-3. They're 13th in efficiency, 15th in strength of schedule. And then Revod, they are up 2, 3-2, 19th in efficiency. You guys can see a significant drop-off between AF and then the rest of this group here. Gomvi up 4 from 22nd to 18th. They're 2-3. And then Apollo is down 3 with their loss. I think that they just lost 3-2, 18th in efficiency, unranked strength of schedule. And then HC Emma, they're up 3 into the top 20. Good for those guys. 17th in efficiency, 23rd in strength of schedule. That's it, guys. Leave a like and a comment. Let me know what you think, and subscribe if you want. I'll catch you guys in the next update.